Okay, everyone, I am going to attempt to record over this video. Um, I always have leftover fabric. By the way, welcome back to the Cursing Seamstress. I haven't made a video in a couple of months anyway. Um, so I've got a lot of fabric that's left over. Some of it I will cut up into 8.5 by 8.5 squares simply because I have an 8.5 by 8.5 acrylic square. And so I'll use that to make quilts, and you'll see that in this video. So I'm not a fancy quilt maker, but I still enjoy sometimes doing quilts. Um, But I did want to show you what I have made recently for my cousin whose son married last year, and his wife is now having a baby. I think the baby is due, I can't remember, August or September, something like that. Pattern for the two dresses that I made is from Schwinn and Swin. I always want to spell it Swhwin, and that's not correct. This is the correct spelling. Oops, I'm sorry. There is there's no C in there. I'll have to fix that. But anyway, they have various free patterns, and this one is called the Summer Breeze dress. I think it's just for newborns, maybe newborn to 3 months, something like that. I've made it several times. You can go to their website. I did just a clip here, screenshot, and pasted it in here so you can see what the free patterns page looks like. So it's very simple. It doesn't require a lot of fabric, and I'll show you what I made. Okay, this is the first pattern that I made. I must have bought a ton of this lobster fabric. I think it came from Hobby Lobby. I don't even remember what I made from it. I think I made pajama bottoms for one of my grandboys, not sure. But I still had a bunch left over. So this is the Schwinn and Schwinn dress. So it has a very simple line bodice. There is a closure in the back that requires 3 buttons or 3 snaps. It is so simple to do. The gathering for the skirt is pretty light, and I hate gathering. And just a simple hem at the bottom. It's truly lovely. You can embellish it with an embroidery or whatever you want on the front bodice or on the skirt. I didn't do any of that. On the second one, I used snaps, but either one is appropriate. So that's what this one looks like. Okay, so this is the New Look pattern 6794. Size is newborn to large. I don't remember what size I made, probably newborn or 3 month, whatever that was. So I don't remember ever making the dress or the little um, jumpsuit kind of thing. I have made the pantaloons before, the diaper cover. I think I made the bonnet in the past. It's been a long time. This is I don't know the date of this pattern, but it's a pretty old one. But it came out fine. It was a 1/2 inch elastic in the waist, a 1/4 inch in the leg. Um, so not hard at all. I started filling up the box to mail these things to my cousin and still had some space in there. So I had come across a PDF pattern that I had made before and actually sold at one of the shops that I used to sell things, and they all sold. People like these little, I guess they're bears. Um, so because I had some room, I thought I would use up some more fabric, and that's what I did. So this bear, I guess it's a bear. He's called a Bebe, B-E-B-E, Dodo. And on the next slide, I'll show you where it came from. I don't know if it's still available. I can show you what the PDF looks like, and I'll do that in the next slide. I did use some Heat and Bond to iron on some color for the ears, the eyes, the area around the nose, the tummy, and the little tail. And I love this fabric. The fabric I use to do that is from Hobby Lobby, and it is just gorgeous. I've made a bunch of stuff from it in the past that I have uh, shown in some prior videos. So this is Little Bear. I zigzagged. The Heat and Bond I used was the strong kind, and it says don't sew over it, don't sew it down, but I did anyway, and it did fine. It didn't gum up my needle or anything, but I did want that for security since it's a little baby toy. It was hard for me to get the stuffing into the ears and into the little hands. And I thought that next time I make it, if I have that problem, I will use a pom-pom. And I have a bunch of pom-poms that would be the correct size to fit to make sure I can get to those areas. And I tried I tried the end of a pencil, I tried everything to get that stuffing really nice and tight into the arms and ears, and I just couldn't do it. So, but anyway, he came out real cute. I hand stitched with a very large needle with a large eye in it, and I used a thread that I got at an estate sale. The lady had a bunch of embroidery stuff, a bunch of quilting stuff. I got for I think $40 or $50. I got probably about $400 worth of embroidery thread and other thread. But anyway, this was this heavy duty cotton thread. It's just beautiful. So I used that to stitch around the eyes and around the black nose. So I like the way that that looked actually. It was a little time consuming, but not too bad. This is the Bebe Dodo pattern, and I put where I found it's from Macaron Studio Macaron, and if you can find it, it also says at the bottom, it gives the YouTube address on there, and it also says, I think Sew Baby and Kids Sewing brand. So I don't know. Maybe you can find it if you like it and play around with it. The first time I did this, I actually I scanned the pattern, and from the scan, I went into my embroidery program and I created an embroidery file for the ears, the eyes, the nose, the whiskers, the tummy, and the tail. And I didn't use that this time, but that worked out really well. I might do that next time. Well, that's all I have. I really appreciate you watching this. Um, I'm doing fine. I'm getting ready this summer, actually next week, to go to my grandson's graduation. He's graduating from the North Carolina School of Science and Math, and we're real proud of him. From there, he's going on to NC State. He'll probably get a degree in some sort of biology. His plan is to go to vet school also at NC State. They're renowned for their vet school program. And he will only be a couple of hours away from us. Um, while at the School of Science and Math, he was 5 hours away, which I think has taken its toll on his family, his mom especially, in driving back and forth, which he has done many, many times since he's been there for the past couple of years. But everything else is going well. I have not worked this spring and won't be working this summer, but I will be teaching nursing again online in the fall. So I am excited about that. And let me know how you're doing in the comments below. If you have any input on any of the stuff that I've made or suggestions, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Take care.